Duke Offshore is a public listed company professionally managed by marine technocrats with special expertise in projects beyond marine and offshoring. We have covered a wide array of projects across various tangents of the marine and offshore industry. From laying the first gas pipeline in the eastern suburbs of the country to dredging the biggest of its rivers, we are prepared to face the challenge of revitalizing the Mithi River. Duke Offshore aims to clean up Mithi River efficiently without harming the riverbed. The Mithi River is in desperate need to be saved, or to put it correctly, we need to save the river to save ourselves. British colonization of Mumbai resulted in a lot of reclamation projects that led to the city's origin. The chief supply of water after the exhaustion of wells and tanks was the Mithi River. Thus began the downfall of a once beautiful river. The origins of this river is far from the sewage drain you have just seen. The river originates from Vihar Lake, surrounded by the jungles of Sanjay Gandhi National Park. The beauty of this river ends as it enters Powai, where the problem begins. Washing of clothes, illegal fishing and buffalo grazing along its banks tends to contaminate the drinking water. Since Mithi is the biggest overflow of the two lakes, the contaminated water is carried further down as it makes its way through the slums in Bhimnagar and Dharavi to finally flow out in Mahim Bay. This 18-kilometer stretch of river continues to deteriorate due to many causes. The dumping of sewage is the biggest concern of them all, followed by encroachment and unnatural flow alteration. Dirt, debris, sewage, pollutants, drainage and low oxygen levels have effectively destroyed the flora and fauna of the river. The blatant misuse of the river has led to a myriad of problems which came to the surface during the monsoon of 26th of July in 2005. Ever since, the government has taken considerable measures to clean up the river. But the measures taken are not efficient as the process carried out is not effective. While there are efforts taken by the authorities, the initiative remains directionless with no positive results. Duke Offshore aims to make Mithi River the life of Mumbai. We have effective solutions and technology to speed up the process and make a big change. The company has been in existence for over 3 decades and has been a leader in offshore and dredging support services in India and Dubai. Our vision of a clean Mithi starts with our TMM rule. This philosophy revolves around the seamless implementation of technology through disciplined management and constant monitoring. Introducing the revolutionary Watermaster Suction Dredging, an amphibious dredging vehicle capable of clearing as much as 500 tons of sewage in an hour. Unlike normal dredging vehicles that use cranes to remove 1 ton at a time, the Watermaster uses cutter suction to constantly level the riverbed and clear the waste without any hassle. Suction dredging efficiently extracts sediments from the bottom and accurately discharges the waste to be transported for its final treatment at the city-designated dumping ground. Using the Watermaster, we intend to clean up the riverbed in an effective manner and even out the riverbank. Once the river is cleaned, the process to increase the river's depth and level its flow begins. As the river returns to a level of stability, the water treatment process begins. The riverbank along the urban stretch is developed as prime waterfront property all the way to Mahim Bay. Finally, oxidization units are installed across the stretch of the river to revitalize the flora and fauna. The restoration of the Mithi River has both ecological and economic advantages. The most important of all would be to rejuvenate the river and make it a natural reservoir for rainwater. This will help in revitalizing the city's atmosphere with a steady growth of lush flora and fauna along the river. The risk of diseases spreading through contaminated water decreases drastically. The river can be used as a natural mode of water transportation instead of a sewage dump. It has the potential to boost the tourism industry in the city as a potential riverfront. The demand for prime residential and commercial property along the river will surely raise real estate prices, much to the benefit of the economy. Given the opportunity, Duke Offshore is prepared to accept the challenge of bringing the Mithi River alive again and restoring it to newfound glory.
Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.